Hello friends, this is Roxanne, and today, I'm going to recap the 9th episode of the anime called The Eminence in Shadow. Without magic, Iris is unable to do anything and is forced to stay outside the academy. Meanwhile, Sherry fine-tunes the artifact and is ready to head into the tunnels. But before they step into them, Sherry recalls seeing the death of her mother as a child. Lutheran comforted her, stating her mother was a great researcher and offered to take and raise Sherry. As Lutheran supported her mother's research, Sherry is determined to repay him. Sid leaves Sherry head into the tunnels alone. The Colt Knight wonders why is Rex taking that long. Some of the terrorists then start shooting the students for fun. But Rose tells the students to not do anything as without magic they won't stand a chance. Sherry reaches the auditorium and seeing the Colt Knight holding the Eye of Avarice, she activates her artifact and disables the magic blocking field. In that moment, Rose attacks one of the terrorists, stating their magic is back and the students start fighting back. As the fight starts, Sid comes from the roof with other Shadow Garden members and engages the terrorists. The Colt Knight leaves, but activates a system that causes the auditorium and the rest of the school to burst into flames. Iris finally makes a move, but sees the terrorists are dead and the students are outside and okay. She asks Rose what happened. And Rose explains that once their magic was back, an organization called Shadow Garden came and killed the terrorists, who were also calling themselves a Shadow Garden. Sherry couldn't see her father at the auditorium and wonders where is he as she tries to escape the fire. The Colt Knight burns some books. Sid appears and wonders why Lutheran is dressed like that. The Colt Knight removes his helmet, revealing he is indeed Lutheran and wonders how Sid knows that. But Sid states it was obvious from the moment he saw him. Sid wonders why he did this. Lutheran explains that once he reached the top of the sword-fighting world, but soon he became sick. He easily lost the glory he fought hard to attain and started searching a way to cure his disease, and found potential in a certain artifact. He funded Sherry's mother research and eventually found the artifact he longed for. However, Sherry's mother stated the Eye of Avarice was dangerous and wanted to give it to the government for safekeeping. Lutheran then killed Sherry's mother. Sherry didn't see him there, and never realized it and continued her mother's research. Sid wonders if Lutheran used Sherry for his selfish reasons and he confirmed. Sid then explains he doesn't care for Sherry and her mother, but suggests they start before someone else comes. Sid and Lutheran then face each other, but in an instant Lutheran cuts Sid and he falls through the window. A moment later, Shadow comes. Having experience with strong fighters, Lutheran immediately notes that he knows he is at disadvantage against Shadow. Not wanting to waste time, he pulls out the Eye of Avarice and the control unit artifact and explains that when you combine them, their true value shows. As he does, he starts overflowing with magical energy and feels reborn. Lutheran then starts attacking Shadow. However, Shadow easily blocks his attacks without even moving from his spot. Lutheran decides to get serious and lunges at Shadow, but he ends up cut by him. Angered, Lutheran still continues to attack Shadow and explains that he made sure Shadow Garden are blamed for all of this and they will be hunted by everyone. Shadow finds that hilarious and explains that something small as this won't end his organization, which isn't good or evil, but walks on its own path. Shadow is fine taking all the guilt for all crimes, but states that won't change anything and they will continue to do what they must. Shadow then disarms Lutheran and proceeds stabbing his limbs. He then recalls how Lutheran stated he killed Sherry's mother and stabs him the same way and kills him. In that moment, Sherry arrives and sees her dead father and starts crying over his body. Shadow notes it's better if he doesn't tell her about her mother and just leaves. Shadow is labeled as enemy to the kingdom and is wanted for mass murder, kidnapping, arson, and robbery. Gamma tells Alpha that Shadow states he will gladly accept the guilt for all crimes, but that won't change anything and they will keep doing what they must. Alpha thought they stood for righteousness, but Shadow doesn't seem to see it that way and they must live up to his resolve. She tells Gamma to assemble the available 7 shadows. The academy gets closed for an earlier summer break. Sherry thanks Sid for his help the other day. She tells him that she decided to go study abroad. In Lagos, she needs to do something, but can't do it at the moment with her knowledge and also has no reason to stay here anymore. She wished to get to know Sid better, but Sid tells her they can do that next time. Before leaving, he asks her what she needs to do. After a moment of silence, she tells him it's a secret. And this brings the anime to an end. Comment for part 10. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on another video. Until next time, take care.